and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Join us to discuss global issues. Welcome to Alliance Creative Network, where we educate our viewers on global issues such as security, health, and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Join us to discuss global issues.
UN ECOSOC Organization, ACCP. Together we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Show me the scars in your heart and I'll be the stars in the skies. See the tears in my eyes and be the rain to wash it away. And if web can turn to a butterfly, then love can change the world. If we embrace ourselves when we cry, then we can stand for this one word. Smile for peace, smile, and save this world. Make this world a better place. Smile for peace. Save this world, yes.
Beneath the surface of states and nations, ideas and language, lies the fate of individual human beings in need. Answering their needs will be the mission of the United Nations in the century to come.
Words means nothing without actions. We can't watch while the world goes down. We can move mountains and be heroes and all the clowns. Cause together we are strong, divided we will fall. Let us save this world. Together we are strong, divided we will fall. Let us make this world a better place. Do you believe in the rainbow signs? When you see it in the skies, we can fly above the sun, yes. Only if we believe in ourselves. So whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you are Indian, whether you are Asian, everyone should come along. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you are Indian, whether you are Asian, everyone should come along. We can heal this world, yeah. We can make it a better place. We can fly above the sky, yes, and catch that glimpse together. So be my friend, be my strength. Let's heal this world. Hey, hold my hands, stand by me. Let's make it a better place. Yes, we can. Smile, let's save this world. Save this world. Smile for peace. Smile. Save this world. Let us save this world. Yes. The world is wailing and the world is waiting. What are we doing? As Albert Camus said, peace is the only battle worth waging. And the more we sweat in peace, the less we bleed in war. Peace is always beautiful. What Whiteman said. Let's make this world a better place for ourselves and the next generations. And there are heroes we can't forget. Nelson Mandela, Kofi Annan, UN Peacekeeping Team, World Peace Council, and everyone contributing to peace this world. Let's make here a better place. My name's Sam Black.
Hello, viewers. You once again welcome to Alliance Creative Network. And today, the show is all about global issues that are affecting the entire world. And today's discussion, we are picking it from today. Our discussion is based on peaceful coexistence and unity worldwide, unity in worldwide. So I am here. I had a guest from Africa, but he's a great king, and I guess the network is disturbing him, so he couldn't join. But I guess tomorrow he's going to come on the show and then also showcase what he has for us, me and my viewers. Once again, you're watching Global Issues on Alliance Creative Network. Today's discussion is based on peaceful coexistence and unity. And my name is His Excellency John Nanaya Ochory, and I'm your host for tonight's show. And we are here to discuss about peaceful coexistence. So if you have any idea, and I believe this is general idea, everybody has an idea about peace, how to bring peace within our community or environment. Everybody have idea about how to create peace within the environment. So if you are listening to me, I would please, I'll plead that you would really do things that will bring peace in your environment, your vicinity, wherever that you are, whatever you do, please try and bring peace, because we don't want peace. We don't want war. We don't want problems. We don't want problems. Humanity need peace to be able to sustain on this planet. So please, let's take a commercial break, and then when we come back.
To Alliance Creative Network, where we educate our viewers on global issues such as security, health, and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Join us to discuss global issues.
Thank you once again, viewers. You're watching Global Issues on Alliance Creative Network. And as I said before, we're discussing peaceful coexistence and unity. And in every situation, peace and unity count to most. Whatever that is happening, the world now is getting to a place that we really must apply let's say smartness. If I'm talking about smartness, I mean peace. We need to bring peace in everything that we do, both our work side, in our various house, within the family, churches, and religion, anywhere that you are, even the marketplace. You need to bring peace, because there are people who had really made up their mind that they will never make peace because they are troubled. So if you are very sensible, you will make sure that you stay away from all those things and rather preach peace. Let us voice out. Let us come together. Let us try and voice out to the world, and let the world know what we are capable of doing. Let the world know, together we build, like our motto said, the Alliance Creative Community Project motto said, together we build, together we succeed. All of us come together and then build the peace so that we succeed together. So if you're watching me, my name is John Nanaya Ochory. Let us jump straight to the current affairs, the current issues that is happening. Let me pick the current one to talk about Ukraine. The Ukraine and Russia, what is happening, that Russia is attacking Ukraine. There's vice versa, because definitely they won't sit down for them to just attacking them. They will definitely retaliate. They will definitely exchange whatever missiles or whatever that they have. But in all, what I want, the advice that I have for we the commentators, or I call us commentators because we are not affected by that bomb, the attack or whatever, that we live in various countries. We live in neighboring countries or any other side. The little advice that I have is, the more we talk about peace, the more the peace goes to them, the more they understand that they need to bring peace. Because if they know that you stand for peace, nobody will come to you and complain about other fellow, because he knows that definitely you're going to talk about peace, and what they have to bring forth is peace. So please, let's really preach the word of peace. Let's talk about the peace more. Let peace be the food that we eat. Let peace be the water that we drink. Let peace and unity be everything that we have, that we're doing on this planet. Because the world now, what the world need most is peace and unity. So if you're watching me, like I said, you're watching Global Issues on Alliance Creative Network, and we're discussing peaceful coexistence and unity. So let's jump into Hiroshima bomb. The Hiroshima bomb, that is World War II. That's the World War II. You know, you don't want all those things to happen to you. Okay, you don't want those things at your backyard, because if you were affected by all those things, you will understand that you're not capable, you're not willing, you're not even ready to go through that. You're not ready. There is no way you'll be ready to go through that. There is no way. You can't go through that, because all those things are part of, you know, as humanity, we don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want that. So, talking those who don't know what's the Hiroshima disaster, or the catastrophe was, I want you to go and research. Go to Google. Now social media is vast, is giving us more, is been enlightening us, is telling us to do more research. Please go Google it, Hiroshima bomb, and you will see the massacre, the things that happened there. And you will see things that happened there. You will see. And up to now, even they are even going through a lot of stuff. The place, if you plan things, it doesn't work, and all those things. We don't want that. Understand? We don't want that. So we don't want the commentators, or we the commentators that we are behind, that Russia and Ukraine, they are attacking each other. We don't want to put in more zeal. We don't want to give one side more power, so that there will be more grudge, or there will be more fighting. All we need to do is to send the peaceful messages. Let's send the peaceful messages. And I believe United Nations also talk about it. United Nations is trying their possible best. They are trying their possible best to resolve all these issues. And the world leaders, most of the world leaders are also fighting. They are trying their possible best to resolve this issue. So it has remained, it's left with you and me to also bring our ideas on board. You and me to also voice out, to tell them that to say something to somebody that, let's bring peace. If you can't go to Ukraine to stop whatever that they are doing in your own vicinity, at your backyard, in your family, in your, let's say, among your friends, there are things that are not moving well, there are things that are not going on. I want you to start advising people and start talking about peace whenever you're discussing, or you're doing anything, or you are in gathering. Please try and talk about peace, because peace is what the world need now as I speak. So in August 6th, in August 6, 1945, at exactly 11:02 a.m., United States drop a bomb. Hiroshima, they drop a bomb in Tokyo, Japan, the capital city. I've forgotten the name, but it's a something. But you understand. I will make a research and come back and tell you that. But United States drop a bomb and destroy the entire city, a whole city, destroy the whole city, and which all those things. If we say we're going back again to do all those things, the humanity will be wiped away entirely from this planet. So whatever that is coming, any fire that has started burning, let us try our best to resolve it. Let us try our best to add our voice to United Nations, because in war, let me let you understand one thing. Let's talk about this. Let's discuss this. In war, nobody wins. One thing that we don't understand, we don't know, is in war, nobody wins. Lesson learned from Hiroshima. You understand? Nobody wins in war. You might say you are the superpower, but guess what? Even if you overthrow the person, they will definitely destroy some of you. And I am sitting here. I will say, I don't care. It does not affect me. Now that the fuel price and other things are up, who is it affecting? All of us. We are all going through. So why not really voicing out? Why not voicing out and talk about this? Let's discuss about it. If you're listening to me, I want you to comment on my social media page, Facebook and YouTube. Anywhere that you see this video or you see the clip, please try and comment on it, and then make sure that you contribute your quota. You could even give a shout out and let me know that you are following. And if you want to come on the show too, please send me a message. Send me a message through the social media, and I'll bring you on board, and then I'll interview, or maybe we'll both discuss about issues that are affecting the entire world. Any issue we pick it up from any angle. We talk about health, security, we talk about sanitation, environment, and everything. But today, our main discussion is based on peaceful coexistence. We have to let peace reign within the continent. Peace must come. Peace is what we need. Peace is what all of us must really voice out and talk about it. Let me drop some pictures for you to see what is going on. And I believe you don't want this. I believe you don't want these things to be at the back of your yard. You don't want this to happen to you. And what you're seeing there is Somalia. In Somalia, when the war came, you see this kind of pictures. You see people suffering, hunger and all those things happen there. Hunger, people are dying, and all those things. You don't want this to happen to you. Look at another picture, and I believe this is Hiroshima. When the bomb happened, when they blast the place, this is Hiroshima, World War II. This is what happened in the Hiroshima. And if I'm talking about Hiroshima, I'm talking about the World War II. I'm talking about what happened, what's killed a lot of thousands of people, billions of people, and billions of people that really they couldn't even survive. Understand? So I don't think that the generation of today, we are ready for any war or any fight or anything that could really disturb our generation, because our children are coming, and the children need their parents, then the parent need their children, and the children need to survive. So as I'm talking, uh, 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 um, in August 6th, 1945, okay, bound for Hiroshima, okay, Japan, where with the dropping of the atomic bomb, okay, heralded new and terrible concept of warfare. I understand. So this is what happened, and it happened in uh, Nagasaki. You understand? In Nagasaki, they drop a bomb in Nagasaki. So it wasn't intentionally that maybe they want to do such thing, but something triggered, and something trigger based on maybe what people will say, you're not powerful, you're this, you're less. And I remember recently in Afghanistan, okay, this is Ukraine. The pictures you're seeing here is Ukraine. Currently, this is what is happening in Ukraine, that a lot of people are suffering. This is what is happening currently in Ukraine. So imagine if this is your house, if this is your home, imagine if this is your country, that this has happened to you. So please, viewers, people in the world, let's not just sit down and watch these things to happen. Let's talk about peace. Let's preach about the gospel of peace. Let's preach about unity, because I believe that if you're one, if you're one accord with someone, okay, if you're good with someone, the person will not bring peace to your doorsteps. I believe, yes, sometimes some people can really do things, funny things, but if you stand for peace and you affected people with that peaceful message that you have, there is no way they will come for you. Understand? So please, I want all of us to come up with a peaceful message, and then and this is Afghanistan, the war that happened in Afghanistan. These are some of the pictures. These are some of the pictures. You don't want all these things to happen to you. This is South Africa. Recently, the riots that happened in South Africa, that people died. This is South Africa, that a lot of people died. You don't want all these things to happen to you, that people turn against their brothers, their own brothers. They turn against them and they fight against them. You understand? This is also Afghanistan, and I think this is the Hiroshima bombing. You understand? Look at the way it escalated. You understand? You don't want this to happen to you. So I believe that with all these pictures and all these things that this is Somalia too, all these things that we are showing here would give you a juice idea to really speak of something that we'll understand. So let's take a commercial break, and then we'll be back shortly.
To Alliance Creative Network, where we educate our viewers on global issues such as security, health, and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Join us to discuss global issues.
UN ECOSOC Organization, ACCP. Together we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Show me the scars in your heart and I'll be the stars in the skies. See the tears in my eyes and be the rain to wash it away. And if web can turn to a butterfly, then love can change the world. If we embrace ourselves when we cry, then we can stand for this one word. Smile for peace. Smile. And save this world. Make it. Smile for peace. Save this world. Save this world. Let us save this world. Yes.
Beneath the surface of states and nations, ideas and language, lies the fate of individual human beings in need. Answering their needs will be the mission of the United Nations in the century to come.
Words means nothing without actions. We can't watch as the world goes down. We can move mountains and be heroes and all the clowns. Cause together we are strong, divided we will fall. Let us save this world. Together we are strong, divided we will fall. Let us make this world a better place. Do you believe in the rainbow signs? When you see it in the skies, we can fly above the sun, yes. only if we believe in ourselves. So whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you are Indian, whether you are Asian, everyone should come along. Whether you're white, whether you're black, whether you are Indian, whether you are Asian, everyone should come along. We can heal this world, yeah. We can make it a better place. We can fly above the sky, yes, and catch that glimpse together. So be my friend, be my strength. Let's heal this world. Hey, hold my hands, stand by me. Let's make it a better place. Yes, we can. Smile. Let's save this world. Save the world. Save this world a better place. Smile for peace. Smile for peace. Save this world. Make this world a better place. Let us save this world. Yes. The world is wailing, and the world is waiting. What are we doing? As Albert Camus said, peace is the only battle worth waging. And the more we sweat in peace, the less we bleed in war. Peace is always beautiful. What Whiteman said. Let's make this world a better place for ourselves and the next generations. And there are heroes we can't forget. Nelson Mandela, Kofi Annan, UN Peacekeeping Team, World Peace Council, and everyone contributing to peace in this world. Let's make here a better place. My name's Sam Black.
Thank you once again, my viewers. You're welcome to Global Issues on Alliance Creative Network. The discussion is based on peaceful coexistence and unity in the world. So we're here this evening to discuss about global issues such as security, and then peace, peaceful coexistence. So I would like to share this document with you that you could see. You could see it here. You could see it here. That it says the Charter of the United Nations and the statute of the International Court of Justice in San Francisco. In San Francisco 1945, which is when the Hiroshima bomb happened, when the Hiroshima World War II, let me put it this way, when World War II happened, then I guess United Nations sat down to come up with a treaty. They come up with rules and regulations to govern the entire world, and most of the world leaders came together. The world leaders came together to settle that agreement, and they all come together to say, you could read here, you said that Charter of the United Nations, we the people of the United Nations determine, we the people of the United Nations determine, people of the United Nations determine to, we the people of the United Nations determine to save succeeding generation from the scourge of war, which twice in our lifetime has brought untold sorrow to mankind. So what are they talking about here? It's talking about, the World War One and Two. So it twice. And believe you me, what they are talking about, what the United Nations is talking about, is not a joke. The World War One and the Two is not a joke. So I believe you don't want that to happen. So let's all of us come together and talk about peace. Okay, let's discuss about peace so that things will be okay with us. So and I continue, and to reaffirm faith in fundamental human rights, in the dignity and worth of the human person, in the equal right of men and women and of nations large and small, nations large and small, to establish conditions under which justice and respect for the obligation arising from treaty and other sources of international law can be maintained and to promote social progress and better standard of life in larger freedom. You understand? So this is what the United Nations document was saying. It's you read it. It's all about the coming together as head of states to bring a resolution, or let's say a treaty, or an agreement. All the head of states in the world come together, or the entire world coming together to make an amendment, or let's say to 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 hold onto something and say that this is what we all agree to do. So they all come together and agree that, in countries all over the world, whether be it small or large or big, every human, whether big or small, child or adult, this treaty is going to protect. Nobody should sit on anybody's fundamental human right. Nobody should sit on anybody's right. So if you know your right, definitely you could fight for peace. I understand. So I want we're discussing. This is a discussion between me and you and our viewers and whoever that is watching. So I want you to stay tuned and watch it carefully. So the chapter 1, purpose and principles, article 1, it says the purpose of the United Nations are: 1, to maintain international peace and security, and to that end to take effect collective measures. So if you're watching it, you could read it with me because I share the document with you. This is we're talking about the Charter of the United Nations and Statute of the International Court of Justice in San Francisco, 1945, when the Hiroshima War happened. That is what we're reading about. That's what we are reading about. It's a charter. It's a treaty. It's a document that United Nations and the world leaders come together, which everybody sign against it. I believe Ukraine, people of Ukraine, the head of state of Ukraine, head of state of Russia, head of state of United States, head of state of Germany, head of state of China, all of them came together and then they sign against it. All of them came together and make sure that that has been amended, that has been approved. So I will show you a document here that states, that says that yes, they were all around, and then that time they were all around, and then they really second it. I will show you a document here. Let me show you a document here to let you understand that, look, this is what they came together to sign a treaty. So meaning that we are not expecting any more war. We're not expecting any war. Understand? For the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. You see it, you can see it, right? And then you can see the other one too, says, for the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. This is what they also, and then they, for the United States of America, they all sign against that treaty. And we could see France, we could see Argentina signing against the treaty, or the statutes of the International Court of Justice, that is the Charter of the United Nations, when they did a resolution. So you could see we could see Brazil, here, and then you could see a lot of countries. You could see Canada, even Canada also signed against it. Canada signed against the treaty. And you could see Chile. That's Chile. Chile also signed against it. And then you could also see Colombia. You could see Czechoslovakia. You could see Czechoslovakia. You could see Denmark. You could see all the countries sign against it. So that means this is not a joke. It's never a joke. This is never a joke. So I believe once they sign that treaty, let's put what is behind us So all I'm trying to let us understand is, let us voice out, let us come up with our voice, let us come out with our voice, let us sing the music of peace. Whatever you do, whatever message you go out to give, please let a peace be ahead of you. Let peace and unity be ahead of you. If you have problem with somebody, try and resolve it. If you think that could cause a major problem, please try and resolve it before things escalate. Try and escalate. Try and make peace with everybody, because peace is what we need in this world. So let's go for a commercial break, and as we come back, we'll continue our discussion.
Welcome to Alliance Creative Network, where we educate our viewers on global issues such as security, health, and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment for mankind. Join us to discuss global issues.
Viewers, you're once again welcome to Global Issues. Global Issues on Alliance Creative Network. We're discussing on peaceful coexistence and unity. I just want you to remember one thing. In war, nobody wins. Just put it at the back of your mind that when there is war, nobody wins. It doesn't matter whether you're a superpower, you have ammunition than somebody, or you have skills, or you're a company owner, or anybody, or a politician or president. Nobody wins, because at the end of the day, it goes down to the drain. All of us goes down together. So we don't want war. We don't want war. And because that was a lesson learned, lesson that was learned from Hiroshima when the bombing started in World War II. So please, let us stay calm. Let us always talk about peace. Let us discuss peace in various platforms. Let us go out there and preach about peace, and let us help United Nations to fight for peace. Let us help United Nations to talk about peace. Let us help the entire world to come up with a peaceful resolution. Please, if you're doing something that is not helping the system to build peace, please try and drop it and try and come up with peace. If you think somebody hasn't done nothing to you, please don't go after the person, because remember, whatever you're doing will bounce back to you. A word to a a wise is enough. And this is what I leave you with. Tomorrow, same time, we'll meet again and we'll discuss about peaceful coexistence. Please don't let it end here. I am leaving you with this message. In war, nobody wins. In war, nobody wins. So try and smile for peace. Let us, all of us, let us all smile for peace. Thank you. And once again, we'll meet once again. Thank you. Bye-bye.
To Alliance Creative Network, where we educate our viewers on global issues such as security, health, and humanitarian challenges affecting the entire world. Together, we build a better life and peaceful environment